My dearest sweetheart, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm here, sitting on this chair out on the balcony, watching the stars and the moon by myself. After what seemed like an endless struggle, I finally managed to get the kids into bed without much fuss. I was never good at taking care of the kids much like you did. It seemed like you had the kids all figured out from the moment they were born, like you knew who they're gonna be and what they will become. That's why you took care of them so easily. It's cold out here, sweetheart. The wind blows past me like the coldness of your hand when you touched my face as you breathed your last breath. It's been 5 years since I lost you, but the pain remains like a needle burrowed deeply in my heart. It's been 5 years, but the image of your face and your smile as you walk towards me remains vivid in my mind. I keep visiting those moments when we stay out here, snuggling in this tiny chair. I remember the feel of your body as I cuddle you in my arms, the fragrance of your hair that I love to smell, the tightness of your embrace as you wrap your arms around my neck. I remember the bright mornings when you'd wake me up with your kisses, the sweet smell of your breath as the curves of your sweet lips presses against mine. I remember the long walks we took by the meadows, watching the flowers glisten as sunrise brightens the morning dew. I still take those morning walks, but they're much shorter now, because the mornings aren't as bright as they used to be when you were still with me. I often find myself waking up in the morning, or the middle of the night, excitingly reaching over your side of the bed, only to be dismayed by the realization that you are no longer there. It is nothing but an empty space now, an emptiness, reflecting the void in my life that only your presence can fill. When the colors of the day fade as darkness fills the night, I think of how every night with you felt like mornings to me. Those talks we had until the wee hours of the morning, where time was lost and long hours felt like minutes. I think about those nights when you'd wake me up from a deep slumber, only to whisper I love you in my ears. And I go back to sleep with a smile on my face. But now, they're no longer there. No more whispers, no more smiles, just tears on my pillow as I cry myself to sleep. I miss you even more now. Tomorrow would have been our anniversary. Do you remember our first date? That moment when you walked into that restaurant in that beautiful red dress, with that innocent look in your eyes, told me it was that moment when my life began to have colors. The first time I held your hand was the moment I first experienced perfection. And in that moment when I held you close as we danced the first time was when I found home. You were my world, sweetheart, and you will always be. I look at the sky and think of that springtime 27 years ago, when the sun was up, the sky was blue and the clouds were white. That day when I stood in front of everyone we know, waiting eagerly for you as you walked down the aisle towards me. You were so beautiful, an angel floating in my midst. I thought that day was the happiest I could ever be, but I was wrong, because every single day that I was married to you made me nothing but happier and happier. To have had you in my life was the greatest gift, and to have lost you, the most painful. Oh, sweetheart, what I would give to have you in my arms again, to hold you, to touch you, to kiss you. I miss you, sweetheart. I miss you terribly. I miss everything about you, your face, your embrace, your kisses, your smiles, your laughter, and even your frowns which used to drive me crazy. I miss them all. The nights are colder and longer now. In silence I find myself staring into space, oblivious to the darkness that surrounds me. For in the midst of the blackness that engulfs my sorrow, the memory of your love shines bright in my mind. The love that held me aground for 27 years continues to give me strength that keeps me going. I may see you no longer, my love, but I know where you are. You are in my heart as you have always been. They say I should let you go, but I can't, and I don't want to, because it's only in holding on to the memory of your love will I be able to keep going and move on. For many years, your love has kept me happy. It's that same love that will take care of me from here to eternity. I love you, sweetheart, for now and for always.